As we have discussed, elements can be made up of different isotopes. Isotopes are atoms with the same number of protons and electrons, but a different number of neutrons. Sometimes isotopes are stable and happy. These are the elements that we see around us and find in nature. However, some isotopes are unstable. These isotopes are called radioactive isotopes. And that is what the topic of today is all about. Radioactive decay is referring to the atomic nuclei of unstable isotopes releasing fast-moving particles and energy. Radioactivity is the word that we use to describe the ability or the property of being able to spontaneously emit radiation. And when we think of radiation, we can think of energy. Marie Curie is a very important scientist who we will be studying in a couple days. Radioactive energy is measured in curies, which is abbreviated capital C, lowercase I, which gives you an indication to how important Marie Curie's contributions were in the process of discovering radioactivity and radioactive elements. A curie is a unit of measurement that we use to measure radiation, and it tells us how many atoms spontaneously decay each second. There are three major types of radioactive decay, the first of which is alpha decay. What occurs in alpha decay is that there are too many protons in the nucleus, so it emits a positively charged particle that are called alpha particles. These are the least strong particles. They're capable of traveling through paper. Alpha decay can cause injury to skin that's similar to a bad sunburn. The second type of radioactive decay is beta decay. Beta decay occurs when there are too many neutrons in the nucleus, and it emits negatively charged particles, which we call beta particles. They are slightly stronger than alpha decay, and they can travel through an aluminum sheet. They can also travel into the human body and damage cells. Finally, gamma decay, which is the strongest, is something that occurs when there's too much energy in the nucleus. At this time, particles with no charge are emitted, and these particles are called gamma particles. They can actually not only pass into, but through the human body, and can deliver intense energy to cells and cause severe damage. So not only can they pass through paper, through aluminum, but they can also pass through concrete. Radioactive decay is not always a negative thing. In fact, it's often used to help our bodies, and one way is through radiation therapy. So radioactive elements can actually be used to destroy unhealthy cells, or high energy gamma rays are treated from outside of the body. It's also used in things such as X-rays, carbon dating, which has allowed us to figure out how old many artifacts are, and it can also be used to kill germs. There are some negative effects of radioactive decay, including the fact that they are able to alter the structure of cells, which can cause mutations, and we believe can be responsible for the formation of certain kinds of cancer. Something that's interesting about radioactive decay is that some elements are actually able to decay and turn into other elements, and uranium-238 is an example of that. It goes through this long process of, as it decays, as it loses the protons in its nucleus, it changes into another element and ultimately becomes lead.